for my artists, I looked at people that don't really get considered to be stereotypical artists, and that's okay. I wanted to do that. I wanted to connect with my love for Disney, so I looked at Walt Disney, I looked at Joe Rohde, and I looked at Alan Menken. Those three men were pivotal points for the Disney Corporation. And so I thought that they were wonderful people to look at. I also looked at them because they all approach art in a very different way. If we start with Walt Disney, we know that he has an amazing history behind him. He's done all these amazing things. He started a program which was called WED, which is Walt Disney Enterprise. And so that company, they were the original people, what we now call Imagineers, and these Imagineers started creating for this park that he had in his brain. They made his reality, or excuse me, they made his mind a reality, and so they came up with audio animatronics. They came up with ride operation systems that had not existed at the time, and they were able to go on to the World's Fair, and that kind of brought them into the fame. And now we go further in history, and there are wonderful Imagineers that work for the Walt Disney Company, and that brings me to Joe Rohde. He has worked for the company for the past, 20, 30 years, and he just retired, unfortunately, but he is the forefront of Animal Kingdom, and he designed the park with history. He did not go into this blindly and just said, I'll make it whatever I want or what I believe that Animal Kingdom would be like. He traveled to Asia and Africa, and he took drawings, he took rubbings, he took all of these things that artifacts, things back home that he could then create. He took photos. He knew to do the research. Without the research, nobody's going to believe that you're inside of this animal kingdom. And so I truly believe that he is part of the reason that there's so much success in, the Walt Disney world and the Walt Disney culture. He went on to create Pandora, which is a land inside of Animal Kingdom. He also has created multiple rides, and he also created the resort that Disney happens to have in Hawaii, which they picked him because he is from Hawaii and that's where he grew up. So a lot of his love and passion for learning history came from Hawaii and how he wanted things to be portrayed there. He lived there at a time that people were just going there for vacation and everything was turning into tourism. And he wanted an accurate representation of his culture and his home and his family. In addition, we have Alan Menken, and he's not necessarily a physical artist that creates things that are in front of you, but he is the mastermind behind all of the music that we know and love. And I shouldn't say all, but very much the music that got Disney out of bankruptcy. He created music for Aladdin, for Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, so many more, Rapunzel, and those major movies, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and Ariel, or Little Mermaid, he was able to bring it. And I think that without the music, the movies wouldn't translate. We connect to things by music. So I do consider him an artist. And at that time, Disney was facing their second time almost going into bankruptcy. But with his work and his music, they were able to make it in the box offices and get themselves out of bankruptcy. And so now it's called the Disney Renaissance. So that sort of rebirth of good Disney movies. So I do consider him an artist, and these are the three people that I looked at and still continue to look at during my lifetime in influencing my art.